The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
This guy's a coward. That's right. An NFL agent said the Jets are in disarray and Aaron Rodgers is a bad teammate. We will expose this fraud and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Shout out to the Asmaniacs as we get underway. If you missed our first show earlier, check it out. My full reaction immediately following Jets GM Joe Douglas speaking for the final time before the regular season starts. He talked about Haason Reddick. We'll talk more about that in this show, but if you want my full commentary, check out the first show earlier today. It is a Thursday, so we're joined by someone who normally comes on every Friday due to some schedule stuff. We say hello to the great Paul Boy Green Esden Jr. What's up, BG?
I love it, brother. Every time we get to do these shows, it is a doozy, and there is some laughing gas that somehow always sneaks into the room. So I'm looking forward to another good time. We don't even have the game until next week yet. There's all these things always to talk about, man.
Always something with the Jets. There's no doubt about that. We also will talk about Mike Williams, who was out there in team drills earlier. Robert Saleh said he got a big practice, and the expectation is he's going to be out there week 1 on Monday Night Football against the 49ers. So we have that to talk about, and we have, of course, the Reddick stuff to talk about, but you heard me say it at the top. There's a story The Athletic did where they spoke with a bunch of agents, and one anonymous agent, which is all you need to know, this guy being a coward, not putting his name on it because he's a lying sack of you-know-what, he said to The Athletic that the Jets are in complete disarray and that Aaron Rodgers isn't a team player. Quote, there is a complete disarray over there. Look at how they've handled Aaron Rodgers. Has one player had more power than him? He skipped minicamp. They have been unable to convert him into a team player. The vibe inside the building is terrible. Let me start by saying this. This guy is an utter moron, clearly has an axe to grind with either the Jet organization or Aaron Rodgers personally, probably both, because anyone who's been around the team this summer, anyone who has heard a player or a coach talk about Aaron Rodgers, anyone who watched the mic'd up video of Aaron Rodgers the Jets put out yesterday, this could not be further from the truth. The idea that Aaron Rodgers, by the way, is not a team player when his own teammates last year voted him Teammate of the Year award, the Dennis Byrd Inspiration Award. The idea that Aaron Rodgers is not a team guy when he went to, last I checked, 10 of the 12 workouts this offseason, gave the Jets advance notice that he was not going to be at the minicamp. And then the idea that Aaron Rodgers is not a team guy when the first thing he did was take, at the time, the largest pay cut in professional sports history, $35 million, to help the Jets be able to sign free agents. The idea that he's not a team guy is just absolutely false, and this agent should be ashamed of himself. But yet again, The Athletic going out of their way to go after the Jets because this is what they do. They have an axe to grind with the organization. Do not believe it. This is absolutely pathetic. So now that I got that off my chest, I say, Paul, your response.
Is this Haason Reddick's agent? What's that? Here. They're in complete disarray. Look at how they've handled Haason Reddick. Terrible. What an organization. That would be funny if that is who the agent is. But come on, this is complete and excuse my Guatemalan bullshit. It's unbelievable. I can't believe they're running with this. This is a guest that we've both had on our show, Ian O'Connor. He joined your show, Jake, actually twice. I remember he joined it when the book announcement first came out months ago, and he joined you more recently. He joined me this morning live, and out of the 500 people that he's spoken with, So 500 people we reached out to, 250 people we spoke with, 100 plus of the 250 members were his teammates. And one of the questions I asked Ian today, I was like, so what was the vibe? You talked to 100 of Aaron Rodgers' teammates. Like, what was kind of the takeaway? And he said all of them said, without a shadow of doubt, even the people that might have had critical things to say, like Jermichael Finley and Greg Jennings, they lauded him as a teammate, as an incredible teammate, as a guy that goes out of his way to do all kinds of things. And you could go to the incremental details of this thing that was born back in Green Bay, and he still does it today, of like, when he goes to lunch, he's like, there's a group of players I've never sat with before. Let me bond with them, learn about them. And he keeps a notebook. Here's a little nugget on Aaron Rodgers from the book, if you guys haven't read it yet. Aaron Rodgers used to keep a notebook with him, I assume he still does, of like specific details with teammates, like players number 88, 89 on the roster. What's their wife's name? What are their kids' names? What's the occupation? He goes to such an intricate level of detail to know his teammates, to get familiar with them, to get comfortable with them, and to have real-life conversations. It's not like he's like, I'm Aaron Rodgers, you're player number 64. You're never going to be on the team. I don't give a flying hoot about you. I'm in the 1%. You're a loser. Get out. Like Brett Favre, from all accounts, was a top 1% guy with the Jets. He had his own, almost like Russell Wilson style stuff in Denver, where he had his own office, his own thing, and he completely, separated himself from the team. There hasn't been any of that with Aaron Rodgers. So from everyone I've talked to, whether it's Ian O'Connor, whether it's Jet teammates, they go the complete opposite way. So again, you said it beautifully, Jake. It seems like there's an agent with someone with an axe to grind, and the Athletic has been more than willing to serve as a platform and say, okay, anonymous agent, you got things to say? You got things to say about the Jets? That drives clicks. Let's go. Hop on board. We have no problem running that story. Trash, trash, trash. And a sad reality right before the season to put something out like this that has no substantive value.
It is a trash story. And the fact that this agent wants to be anonymous tells you all you need to know, because he will not go on the record. Enough. Has no balls. Sorry. Let's just be blunt about it. It's horseshit. Sorry. I'm going to curse. I don't care. It's my show. I don't do it often, but when I see bullshit like this, I'm so sick of it, man. The only way it changes is if the Jets go out there and win, and they have the team to do it. And this is the year they finally get it done. But it's such nonsense, man. The people still trying to use the minicamp stuff with Aaron Rodgers as a justification for him being a bad guy, a bad teammate. It's like, you're embarrassing, man. And if you're in the media and you push forward that narrative, you should be ashamed of yourself. Seriously. Cover the team objectively. That's it. And all you need to know is that Connor Hughes, who covers the team for SNY, quote tweeted the story and wrote comical. And that guy's in the building every day. And we have people on the show like Nick Faria, Antoine Staley, Rich Samini. They're in the building every day. And they're not saying this. So it is such nonsense, man. And Aaron Rodgers is not immune from criticism. Like,
Definitely
if he plays poorly this year, he has every right to be criticized. But the fact that an anonymous agent is trying to use the minicamp stuff as some sort of indication that the franchise is in, quote, complete disarray is an embarrassment. And all Aaron Rodgers has done since he's been a Jet is do everything right as far as being a teammate. It's not his fault. He got hurt, and he still went out there and had his presence felt, traveling cross country to be with the team and try and help every way he could, rush back from this injury and actually be cleared to practice on the scout team at the end of last year. And according to CJ Mosley on this show, carve up the starting defense at times on that scout team. So the idea that this guy's not a team player because he does Tucker Carlson's podcast, or he goes on with Pat McAfee once a week, or he does ayahuasca. I mean, all the things that you use against this guy, it is such nonsense. And go watch the video, Jet fans, that the team put out of him mic'd up against the Giants last week. You have 8 different Giant players stopping practice to go up to Aaron Rodgers to say how much they respect him and they're so excited to meet him. Like, the perception of Aaron in the media versus who he actually is, if you pay any attention to the team the last 2 years, could not be further from the truth. And this is another horseshit example of someone in the media using the Jets for clicks, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, and like I said, right before a holiday weekend, how un-American is all of this, for God's sake? We got the season coming up, all this other stuff. We have wonderful thing to talk about. USA, Bobby for president, for goodness sake. What in the flying hoot is going on with this trash? So it's sad. And the Jets, again, to your point, will continue to be the human punching bag, will continue to be the punchline until they win. And even when they win, let's be honest, there's still going to be some of that noise. Yeah, the Haason Reddick or God knows what have you. But, man, as far as everything we could tell, Aaron Rodgers has been an outstanding teammate. He's been an outstanding leader on this team for the New York Jets. And let's see, we'll all roll the ball out. Me and Jake, I'm sure I could speak for both of us here. If Aaron Rodgers throws 4 or 5 picks, you're going to hear us go, what in God's green earth was that? And criticize it as straight as if he throws 5 touchdown passes. So, man, it's disappointing. And I saw this, and I said the same thing, comical, LOL. As people in my radio office here, I went out and took someone who's flying in for a fantasy draft party I'm hosting tomorrow night. Someone else said, hey, this story. I'm like, bullshit. That's been my reaction the entire time all day today.
And it is just such an absolute joke. It just is, man. And you know how easy it is to find an agent anonymously that can rip someone. You know how easy it is to do that. Like the fact that the Athletic thinks they did some real journalism here. What a joke. What a joke. And I'm not criticizing Zach Rosenblatt, who's on the beat. This is not his story, so I want to make it clear.
It's not. Yeah.
Right. You know, I like Zach personally. He's been on the show before, but I'm not criticizing him. But the actual story, the concept here, total nonsense. Total nonsense. And the author should not be publishing this when there's no evidence to suggest anything in the story is true. But then you got the Dobe Clemens of the world that aggregated and put it everywhere. And it's like, here are the Jets being the butt of jokes again. And it's like, couldn't be further from the truth. Couldn't be further.
Yeah, no, I just want to jump in to say I appreciate you addressing that because, like, I think a lot of us, when we hear athletic story, we assume, Zach Rosenblatt or insert person. Like, no, who wrote the story? Rick Kenass. I can't remember who the person is, but I saw it earlier. The name I didn't recognize. It's not someone I knew at the Athletic. It was someone lesser that I didn't know.
Yeah, just terrible. It's just terrible. And it's just classic, use the Jets for clicks. And it's like, give me a break. And you know what's so funny? You think the Jets are in such disarray that, they would much prefer to have Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, and Trevor Siemian be their quarterback over Aaron Rodgers this year. Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
And where does the disarray? Okay, the random minicamp thing. Okay, those people were crazy. But besides that, where else is the disarray? It seems like by all accounts, the array isn't it's gleeful. It's gleeful array. I don't even know if that's a word. I'm pretty sure it isn't. Like, things seem to be great. The vibes are incredibly high, and they couldn't be higher heading into the season. The team is incredibly healthy. Rodgers looks spectacular by all counts on the football field. So, that part of the equation I don't get either. But, man, this is, to me, we're collecting these receipts. That's probably not the word we're using this year because that was Salah's word in the past. So pick our other marketing slogan that we'll use. This feels like plenty of material to use and dunk on and Gator to chop up for best of Jake Asman shows when we have these idiots to absolutely dunk on for some of these dumbass things coming up. And as the Jets are winning, it's going to be that much sweeter.
No question. It is absolutely pathetic. There's no other way around it. It is absolutely pathetic. And the Athletic should be ashamed that they actually published this story because it's trash. Straight trash. And I'll say it. And I know there's a lot of people I was texting with today that are in the media who thought it was trash as well. Maybe they won't say it. They won't go public with it. I will because I don't care because I think it's an embarrassment. That said, maybe they're alluding to the Haason Reddick situation as why they're in disarray. But let's be real for a second. This is not a typical holdout. None of the Jets players ever played with Haason Reddick before. They don't know him. This is not Revis in 2010. This is not Fitzpatrick in 2016 after a record-setting quarterback year for the Jets. The Jets all offseason and all summer have operated like, Haason Reddick, great if we get him. If not, we got the team we have. So, Boy Green, after hearing from Joe Douglas earlier today, let's get into the Reddick stuff now. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on where things stand with that?
Yeah, and just to reiterate what you said, there is zero pressure from his teammates to say, ooh, you got to pay Haason Reddick. They don't know who he is. There's zero pressure from the fans. I would not say zero. There's 1% pressure from some fans to just say, get this over with, pay him whatever he wants because we want him on the team. But 99%, I would generalize a Jet fan, say, hey, buddy, we're going to keep winning games. Show up or we'll find you to blue hell if we want to. So to me, I think that from a pressure evaluation standpoint and how things are going, I feel like the Jets continue to handle right. And Joe Douglas has laid the lumber down once again. We won't discuss anything until he's here. We haven't had any communication in a while. His last direct communication revealed today between Joe Douglas and Haason Reddick was April 1st when Haason Reddick showed up, and he hadn't had a recent conversation with the agent either. So to me, as this situation is concerned, Haason Reddick's the only one who's lighting up his own career, because if he doesn't show up, the Jets control his rights next year. If he only shows up for a small piece of the season that is required so he could be a free agent next year and gets 5.5 sacks, no one's going to pay him the money that he's looking for. So he's only screwing himself. And while, yes, the Jets team is much better with Haason Reddick on it, man, I will be pretty curious week 1 to see how good they are without him, because injuries and all kinds of things happen. Let's see what this world is. Joe Douglas said they've been preparing for months to not have Haason Reddick because of everything that's happened. And if they have him, it's going to be this surprise and like, okay, let's roll. So Joe Douglas speaking on it. It sounds like everything is pretty clear, pretty transparent from where they've been at, and I'm with it. Let's keep writing out who we have, and I think the big pivot point is after week 1. Let's see what happens in week 1, and a little bit of leverage depending on which side of it falls on. If it's Jets side, I think their leverage is 100% now. I think it's at 99% now. And for Reddick, even if the Jets lost and it was one play here or there where Reddick could have made the difference, maybe his percentage goes up from 1% to like 5%. I don't think it completely flips like a lot of people are talking about. Like if the Jets don't create pressure on Brock Purdy, you got to give Haason Reddick whatever you want. Nah, I don't think so. I think that's bullshit.
I'm totally with you. Hit the like button if you're tuning in. If you're watching on my channel or the simulcast on Boy Green's YouTube channel, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Continue to help us grow as we talk Jets each and every day on both of our channels. Here is the best of Joe Douglas from this morning, Boy Green. This is 3 different questions he's asked about Reddick all put together.
So where do things stand with Haason Reddick right now?
Nothing's changed from our end. Obviously, a ton of respect for Haason and awaiting his arrival, and looking forward to when he does. He's going to be welcomed with open arms.
Do you expect him to be here before the opener?
I can't lay out any expectations right now, but when he does arrive, we're all going to be excited.
How would you describe the communication with him and his team?
I would say clear and direct from the beginning, and I have a lot of respect for the agent as well. Again, the ball's in their court, and whenever he's ready to come here, again, we can't wait to have.
Why didn't you renegotiate the contract before executing the trade?
Well, I mean, in simple terms, we did talk about an extension once one wasn't agreed upon. We had the conversation and we felt good about making the trade. And so, obviously came here, reported, had a great day here, and again, we're just waiting his arrival.
Do you feel like there can't renege on a verbal agreement to play under his existing contract?
I'd say that again, from our standpoint, we've been really clear and direct with our communication, and again, a lot of respect for the agent, a lot of respect for the player, and I have faith that this will all give results.
So I think the last part there is the biggest thing, right, Boy Green? He's basically saying it as nicely as he can because he doesn't want to negotiate through the media. He doesn't want to put Reddick's camp on blast. We had a deal. You show up. We talk contract then. We made that clear. So the Jets stance, in however way you want to try and put it as nicely as possible, JD, is we have the leverage. We made this deal. We said, you show up, we'll talk contract, we will adjust it. And Reddick and his camp said, actually, no, we're going to do something different. And that's where we are right now. It's a game of chicken. And ultimately, the Jets do have the leverage because I'm with you. Haason Reddick needs to play football to, 1, get paid for this year, and 2, if he wants big money before his career ends, he needs to have a good season with the Jets so someone will pay him next offseason.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, did Haason Reddick go back on his word? One, and in my head, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. You know, we've been pretty clear. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 seconds of nothing. You could see, and a few times Joe Douglas did that. Like he said, okay, do I want to reveal this information? For instance, a reporter asked him during that highlight reel, which we really appreciate. Jake, thanks for putting that together. Is that, you know, does he have to be in the building for you to negotiate? We've been pretty clear and direct. Yeah, actually, that's where we're at. And he's like, you know, fuck it. Yes, that's been pretty clear. So you saw, like, he wanted to make sure he didn't give too much, but at the same time, lay the lumber and make it abundantly clear where they stand. And he did that several times. But I think that was the most curious, telling answer without saying anything. You know, Jake Asman should have a segment on the show every time. What they say and what they actually mean. A Jake Asman translator. Beep, boop, bop. Yep, put that in. Jake Asman. It sounds like 100% that Haason Reddick went back on his word. Again, Joe Douglas kept hammering it. Clear and direct, clear and direct, clear and direct. That one, yeah, clear and direct. So Haason Reddick's the one that tried to pull a pivot. He thought he / his agent, I don't know which one it is, but whichever, one of them tried to be cute and say, we got the Jets. We got him. The agent either telling Reddick or Reddick telling the agent, oh, whoa, no JFM. We can take advantage of this sucker, and we can get that bag right now. Screw next year. Who knows what could happen this season? Let's get it right now. And I think that's how it happened.
Yeah, I think it's very clear when he goes, the ball is in their court. Like, hey, this is what we agreed. You show up if you want any contract adjustment. And now who knows if they would even adjust his contract? How dug in do they want to be? I think that's a question for next week, because I do think there's a strong chance Reddick shows up on the 2nd or the 3rd. So he at least could get his game check for week 1. Correct. And then I don't know if he plays week 1. I'm not saying that, but I mean, he's exhausted all his options. Like, if you're Haason Reddick's agent, you're giving him terrible advice if you tell your client to not show up next week.
It reeked of desperation when Haason Reddick requested a trade. At that point, I think we all knew where this was at. When he said, I request a trade. And the Jets are like, we're not trading you. I see. And that was it. So to me, that reeked of desperation. All the cards are on the table. Haason Reddick has nothing else left. Again, the only thing he has left, I guess, is the 49ers game, because that's the one real tough one on the schedule. You know, hate to overlook opponents, especially a Jets team that has only had one winning season in the last 11 years. And, you know, they haven't been able to, it's longer than that, excuse me. The only winning season was 2015 and 10-6. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2010. You know, it's been a long time since they've done diddly. So I don't want to overlook anybody. But with all due respect, you look at the schedule. It's that 49ers game, and then it's Buffalo week 6, which is really interesting. And in between are a lot of eminently winnable games for the New York Jets. I guess that's the last card Reddick can play. But, boy, you feel like the cards are out.
Yep. I mean, they thought, oh, JFM, he's gone. We saw Daniel Hunter get paid. All of a sudden, Woody Johnson's desperate to win this year. Joe Douglas is desperate to win because he knows he's fired. If he doesn't, let's get more money from the Jets. We have the leverage, and they completely misplayed it, because I think this shows you, when I said this on my stream this morning, shows you that Douglas still has pretty good sway with ownership, because you got to have an owner that's bought into the strategy here if you're going to pull what the Jets are pulling, putting out the statement, which they've never done for any previous player in the Joe Douglas tenure that has requested a trade. Like, it tells you Woody's on board with the strategy the Jets are taking here with this Reddick stuff.
And apparently, the same thing to what you said, that Woody at any point could just say, like, cave.
Yeah.
We're trying to win a Super Bowl. You saw that, like, funny conversation the Jets did. They released their next episode of One Jets Drive on Tuesday, and Aaron Rodgers, after that Giants practice, he turns to Woody, goes, "It was pretty good, huh?" And then Woody's like smiling like a 12-year-old, like, "Yeah, it was awesome, Aaron. You're throwing touchdown all over the place." So yeah, 100%. I think that's where we're at with this thing, to be honest with you. And man, it's just, again, let's let it play out. Let's see what's going to happen here with Haason Reddick. I feel like all the cards are on the table. It's very clear to me what's happening here. And yeah, we'll see if, again, Reddick, I would imagine, wants a bleeding to stop. He's lost. It's about to be $5 million, not including this next game check coming through. If I'm Reddick, I'm pissed at my agent. Dude, I was scheduled to make $14.25 million. I've now been fined, just under $5 million. Even if they just adjust my contract, how much would they add? $5 million? The $5 million I just lost? Now I'm playing for the same thing. Now he's so dug in. It's almost like, damn, do I try to hold out for that long-term contract that may never come, and then I'm screwed? Like, if I'm Haason Reddick, I am completely livid with my agent on the shitty advice that he got.
Hit the like button if you're tuning in. There's 450 of you watching live right now, at least on my channel, a bunch on Boy Green's channel as well. So make sure you like the video, help our algorithm here on YouTube show the show to more Jet fans going forward. And please subscribe to both our channels if you haven't done so already. It's free and helps us continue to grow. Real quick, for those just tuning in, reminder, Jets at the Niners, Monday Night Football. Major watch party, the biggest watch party in all of the tri-state area. T-Squared Social, I'm hosting it. Check it out, folks. RSVP with the link I have in the description. It is located right next to Grand Central Station, right in Midtown, right next to Bryant Park. Kickoff is at 8:15. The party starts at 7. Come on out. Free admission, but you must RSVP if you're coming out to T-Squared Social for the Jets at the Niners on Monday Night Football. Just 11 days from right now, and tonight's actually 1 week from the opening kickoff for the NFL.
Yeah, Jake, actually, can you put that photo back up? Look at the Jake Asman fit happening here. Look at that. You're like a different Uncle Tio. The kicks, the Jet hat is crisp, the Jet button down. I mean, sweet Lord, Jake. Wow.
I mean, come on now. I had to go all out for our watch party for the preseason game. It was tremendous.
Yeah. Wow, terrific. Okay, the fit is nice for Jake Asman, baby. The Jake Asman checks are clearing, baby. That's what I like to see. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, the sneakers I'm wearing, custom, Kicks by Carly. Check them out, Jet fans.
Ooh,
all right,
okay.
Custom Jet sneakers.
Nice.
Tremendous.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Buffalo checks in, and he says, ha, 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 ha. Y'all Jet fans, guns go to a losing watch party. Good way to piss away money. Y'all ain't got nothing. Well, sir, I would say you need to work on your grammar because you might be a bit of a moron. And 2, enjoy the hole, ya bum.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the Sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Jake, you had the count vibes there.
How pissed off do you think Billy Buffalo was when his team lost to Zach Wilson the last 2 years? Get ready for Aaron Rodgers, bitch.
I can't wait. There's been a lot of arrogant Bills fans, and I get it. You won the division 4 years in a row. Jets haven't won since 2002, so I get where a lot of the trash comes from. But boy, how sweet it'll be with it. Oh God, I can't even wait, man. It's going to be terrific.
Injected into my veins. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to open up the Gusbuster hotline here shortly. I want to get Boy Green's thoughts on Mike Williams, but first, a super chat here from Nick Shine. And Nick Shine's doing a Bobby Midnight birthday celebration show tonight on his channel, Jet fan, so check that out. Can me, you, and Boy Green start our own text group to stick it to the name-dropping son of a gun Jets Chaos last night? Yeah, Jets Chaos, a.k.a. Jeremy's name-dropping that he's in these group chats with all these Jet content creators, and it was rubbing Nick Shine the wrong way.
Wow. I must not be cool enough to be in those Jet group chats. I am
Me
not
neither.
one of the content creators that has been selected. I feel left out, I guess. So, yeah, I guess to Nick Shine here to get his flex on, start his own group, and then maybe we can throw some back at Jerry Chaos. Wow, congrats, Chaos. Appreciate the flex there. Wow.
Philip John with a super chat. He cuts the line. Trade Reddick and a second or third for Devontae. I'd consider Reddick and Lazard plus a fifth. I'm not doing these Devontae with Reddick trades. It will not happen. If they do add Devontae, it will be closer to the trade deadline. And I think, by the way, Jet fans, get ready for Reddick to show up and play for the team. And get this, the Jets still be able to trade for Devontae Adams by the deadline.
Yeah, I don't think, again, I appreciate the enthusiasm with the Lazard offer. I didn't know the Raiders were pounding the Jets table and door down for Alan Lazard, but that's wonderful.
They're dying for him. They need him.
I know, like, oh, Lazard, we need him. Screw Devontae. Like, okay, great. I'm looking forward to those trades. I mean, if we build a statue for Joe Douglas or Jamal Adams, if Lazard somehow is a piece to the puzzle for Devontae, that'd be great. But yeah, any Reddick scenario, I think it's just – I think that's I don't want to insult one Philip John 9 here as a lazy way to do it, but like I think a lot of people say, oh, Reddick is like this piece that we're not using. Let's just throw him in the trade. I think the Raiders are good. They got Max Crosby. I don't think Reddick's going to be a part of that. But I still think, putting that aside, I don't think we need that as a necessary ingredient for the Devontae trade. I still see the Devontae Adams trade happening. Gardner Minshew, with all due respect, is just a guy. And when he or Aiden, whoever won that someone had to win that quarterback battle. I just said, let me set the watch. All right, when's the trade deadline this year? Okay, Raiders, it's back in a month or two. Like he is going to be a member of the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you because like their schedule is really tough, man. They're underdogs in 8 of their first 10. There's no guaranteed money left for Devontae beyond this year. Like they'd be silly to not trade him
100%.
by the deadline. And it's a very easy contract to trade. There's no guaranteed money on it. It'd be 1 year, $8 million. The Jets have to pay off. They easily could fit that with their cap. And
right, it's prorated to your point. So like you're not paying for 17 games of Devontae. You're paying for 8, 9, whatever that ends up being. So it is a prorated salary. Your players are paid on a week-to-week basis.
No, there's no doubt about that. Now, I have to do the old switcheroo here because my StreamYard I've been having like internet issues all day. So stand by. I'm going to try and make this as seamless as possible here. Let's see if I can somehow pull this off. So let's see. I got to enter the studio. So there's going to be double Jake Asman. The audience can't see this yet, but I can see it behind closed doors. I'm going to fade into darkness and then come back as a new man. All right.
Okay. Wow.
All right. Let's watch this. Let's see if I can execute this move.
Jake.
And we're back. And we're back.
Oh,
did it work?
Oh, there he is. Oh, wow. Right. There you go. Houdini. That was cool. You got to bring that out for the next T-Squared social. Nice. Okay. Nice.
They call me David Copperfield Asman, I believe.
I like it. That vibes are high, baby. Very nice.
Man. A couple quick super chats here. Then we get to the calls. Barney says, athletic, pathetic. Reddick, forget it.
Okay.
You're not done.
I do. Nice.
Thank you, Barney. Josh Ringchecks in the article claims are 100% contrary to what we've seen with our own eyes on one Jets drive. The players love them. Yeah. I mean, and like I've spoken to guys on and off the record about Aaron. Like it's just, to me, it's like, that's why I get so mad when I see this stuff. Cause you're just like, it's just objectively false in every aspect. And that's why it's so annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, One Jets Drive, by the way, it's an in-house documentary series, so that should be mentioned. But it's not lying. It's not like, all right, Aaron Rodgers, here's your script.
We saw it on Hard Knocks.
100%.
HBO covered it.
Yeah, right. So, like, it's just real stuff, man. Rodgers is a good teammate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got some memberships to shout out here. One from Terrence on your channel, Boy Green. One from Terrence on my channel. The chat went nuts, so I don't know who got it, but Terrence, I just want to say thank you for supporting the show. We need about 27 more members to add our next Edgemo for the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fireman Ed emoji. And if you missed the announcement, Fireman Ed's joining us every single Friday. It's Fireman Ed Fridays.
Wow.
And it's Boy Green every Friday in the afternoon. So you talk about a stacked guest list on the Jake Asman YouTube channel throughout the football season every Friday. Fireman Ed in the morning, Boy Green in the afternoon. Pretty good.
That's a lot of chutzpah. That's a lot of energy. And thank you to Terrence, big Islander fan. You are now a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. So appreciate the support over there, Terrence. Thank you very much.
Let's go Islanders, baby. Shout out to Freddie McKnight. He has gifted, count it, baby, 5 channel membership. Yeah! Oh, yeah. Here we go. 5 names. I'm going to read them off. Mike T, Jaquan Turner, G, White Lotus. Great show, by the way. James Dumas. You are all channel members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to the show, smash the like button. It helps us. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Let's get to some of your calls. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's got to go first because today is a day unlike any other. Today is a day that will be remembered for the rest of our lives. It is Bobby Midnight's birthday.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Hi, Boy Green. Hi, Jake. How's everything doing?
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I missed your show today because I was at my clinic today, my wound clinic. And I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow, too.
Oh, you sexy beast.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm such a sexy beast. I know. Hey, did you ever see, Boy Green, ever see our new introduction for me?
Bobby, because it's your birthday, I will actually listen to some of your demands.
Here's the story of a man named Bobby who will elevate his leg after the show. Sometimes Jake or Gator, they might join him.
But my friend Addison, he's always there.
Here's the story of a man named Bobby. He's the host of my favorite YouTube shows. My boss Craig and Nick, they make me happy. But Bobby is my only love.
And then one day when the show got so amazing, like a Zoom meeting with drunks and drugged out whores, somehow this group would somehow form a family. And that's the way we all became the Bobby Bunch. The Bobby Bunch. The Bobby Bunch. That's the way we became the Bobby Bunch. And now it's Bobby McKnight.
How you like that, Boy Green?
Whoa, what a production.
Oh,
That's
my lord.
Gator. That's Gator. And I like when I'm falling back on the chair and then the whole house falls back. That was that's
You
my
are
son.
the chair, Bobby.
Yeah, and someone shot Allen. Wow.
Well, yeah, that was a long time ago.
By the
I
way,
still-
Boy Green,
Yeah.
what's up with Alan? He's boycotting this show, I believe, because he's on your channel in the morning now. I saw it today. I was watching you interview, Connor, and
Yeah.
Alan's in there chopping it up, commenting, and I'm thinking, why is he not on this channel? He's waiting for the first Jet loss, and then he'll be back, being like,
no.
Yeah,
no.
where was it? So he didn't call. So he may be like in the comments. He has not called into my show yet, but I saw what was it? The
He was on
411, I
Connor's-
think. Is that where he made his debut back after
He's
being
on
gone?
Connor's show. It was on
Connor. Oh, I
birthday
knew it was
boy.
on
Hold on,
Connor's
I'm trying to get some information here.
He just joined. I think it was either the 411 or maybe it was Connor's show. To Bobby's point, but he has called back into shows, but not mine. He's not called in. He's been in the comment section though. Yeah.
No, he was the guest on 411 too.
Oh, so he was on. Yeah, that's right. I thought
Yeah.
that's where he was at. Yeah. So there you go. Welcome back, Alan. But he
So
got shot.
no,
So wait,
I
that
want-
shooting happened a long time ago. You said
which one?
which one? How many times did you shoot him? What?
Yeah, the cartoon one. That was a long time. That was
Oh,
like
okay.
a few months
My
ago.
apologies. My apologies.
So I want to make a big rant of this guy who's the anomalous typer. Jake, I don't like people with no balls, who type.
Yeah,
Okay.
You only like people with balls, Bobby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Balls.
and then
That's why they call you Bobby Balls back in the day.
If they could call in, that would be good. If he puts a name to his typing, that would be better. So, Mr. Anonymous, I want to tell you something. I think you are an idiot for writing that thing. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. How much did he give up for it when he came to the Jets?
35 million. 35 million.
35 million. Who in the world will do that for their team? And he's such a bad player. I think you're doing some pot and kush in wherever you are, Mr. Anonymous. So if you want to come on Jake's show and take care of this, Mr. Anonymous, you could talk to me, okay? Mr. Anonymous, please watch Jake's show. Okay, there we go. I got my rant out. I had to get my rant out because Rodgers is a great player. And who cares if he missed 2 minicamps? Big deal. This guy who missed the Anonymous, I don't know what he does other than
Jake,
typing. He might do different things else besides typing to himself. I'm not saying what he would do, but
Right. Jake, would you bring Mr. Emmanuel on the show? Would you do
Yeah.
that if that agent was willing to come on?
Not only would I bring Anonymous on, I would spank him, Boy Green.
I would be on there too with him, and he could talk to me face to face. I'm not afraid of Mr. Anonymous.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of Mr.
he's
Sossalus
an
Caesar.
agent.
Yeah.
Oh, he's an agent. Who cares you're an agent? You're an idiot. Idiot agent. That's what I'm calling you. When I heard this stuff when Jake and Boy Green talked about it, it was ripping my insides like crazy. So I have to make a rant today on my birthday. Thank you, Mr. Anonymous, getting me all boiled up. I'm usually a happy-go-lucky guy, but when you piss me off, when you piss a little Irishman off, you got to hear from me, okay?
Yeah.
Mr. Anonymous. Where is that from? What column was that?
The Athletic. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look up the Athletic and ask for what Mr. Anonymous. I call him up, and I will give him a. Do they have a phone number you could call?
911.
No, he better call 911 because I'm after his ass.
Yeah, baby. Let's
I'm
go,
gonna
Bobby.
take care of him. I'm going to shoot him with a rifle like I did.
Whoa, hey now.
Hey, no, with the cartoon character.
Oh, okay. The cartoon rifle. I got you.
That's okay. That's more safe.
Yeah, Paul Green, I've been missing you a lot. I'm sorry I haven't been on your show. I can't get my butt out of bed so early in the morning now.
Well, that's okay. Well, I'm here on Jake's show. We're here every Thursday or Friday late, so that's pretty late. The Tuesday, Thursday shows at 3 o'clock. What's that?
I miss your dad too. I miss your dad.
Yeah, I know. I saw someone earlier said, "Was my dad the anonymous source or the amphibious source?"
He's not an agent.
He could have been. He could have been.
Wait, Bobby, you're not going to believe this. Mr. Anonymous has actually called in.
Oh, great.
He did?
Yeah, I'll let you take care of it. Hold on. I'm going to put him on right now. Will that work?
Yeah. If he called in, I'll take care of his ass.
All right. I'm going to let you handle this one, okay?
Yes.
All right. Stand by.
Well. If it isn't Bobby. Mr. Bobby.
You're awesome.
You got a problem with Mr. Anomalous here?
That's not you. Come on.
I'm the most anonymous. I'm the most anonymous of all anonymies.
You're anomalous of weed. That's what you do. That's your job. Weed. So let's see, Luke. I want to say hi for my birthday.
He's sleeping. Look.
Oh, tell him I said hello.
Here.
If he's sleeping, don't wake him up.
He's anomalous. There you go.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. You were sleeping.
Yeah, go ahead and talk to him. Sweet.
I love you, Luke. Tell him to
Yes,
say hi. I love him.
Look, Bobby, you have a problem with Mr. Anomalous. You got Mr. Anomalous.
That's not you. It's not anonymous.
Thank you for the time. Excellent job.
I think he's funny, isn't he?
No, he's tremendous.
He's an awesome guy. I love this show.
Well, Bobby, we love you too. I want you to know that I'm glad you're having a great birthday. I'm excited to watch you with Nick Shine tonight, co-hosting. So I will talk to you on that one because it's going to be wild. Okay.
I'm going to be on the show after you. I haven't done my show yet today.
Oh, so you're doing your own birthday show?
Yeah, I'll be on my own show. You know what happened to me yesterday when I did my own show?
What happened?
This guy named John, I don't know him from nowhere. He was giving me money like crazy. He puts, I'm a fan of Gary. And, wow, I said, keep on talking about Gary. Give me more money.
Yeah, baby. Hey, Bobby, grab the money phone, man. Hello, this is Bobby.
What's the name? What's that word again? Jake, what is that word?
Anonymous?
No,
capitalist?
with the money. No,
You're
with
capitalist.
the money.
You're a capitalist.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a capitalist. Yeah.
They call you Bobby Bucks.
Yeah,
Bobby Bucks. That's a good one.
Yeah,
hey,
okay. King, baby. That's right.
It's my birthday, bitches.
Bobby, happy birthday. We'll talk to you on the Bobby Show.
Oh, I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Rodgers met. I'm more than just a hat on Bobby.
What a call. What a call from Bobby Bucks right there.
That's true. Speaking of that, Jake and Rodgers met. I'm waiting for the Jake Rodgers collab, baby.
Man, I'm telling you, it will break the internet, as they say. You thought Kim Kardashian's ass did that years ago. Just wait. All right. Super chat from Brian. Like I said, the show doesn't start until it hits midnight. Happy birthday, Bobby. Love it. TB, happy birthday, Bobby. Have a great day and a great year. Dewey Nation says Haason wouldn't be the decider in a Jets Super Bowl. Do we know that, though? Because I think Haason Reddick would be a major help in this team trying to win their first championship since before the moon landing. I'm not going to sit here and say they couldn't do it without him. I don't know that. What if Aaron Rodgers is top 3 in the league this year? Then maybe they could. But the idea that somehow Haason Reddick wouldn't make this defense significantly better is crazy. Like, they're a very good team without him. I'd be the first to tell everyone that. But I'm also not going to sit here and pretend like Haason Reddick, who's had 4 straight years of 11 or more sacks playing in Robert Saleh's defense, wouldn't make this team a lot better.
Yeah, I think we can be the things where we're like mutually exclusive. Screw that. We don't need Reddick versus Reddick would be this incredible difference maker. Like, I think multiple things can be true where the Jets have leverage, but he would be an incredible help. The Jets are a good team without him. Like, man, I don't know. I feel like people can't separate things.
Well said. Dom C in the house. I could listen to Bobby say anonymous for an eternity. You know what? Me too.
12 different versions there. That was great.
And then he needed help figuring out the word capitalist, which I was happy to help him with.
Yeah, you're a road trooper. Yeah.
That was great. All right, let's get to more calls now. Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Bobby let us off. We say hello now to the big fella. What's up, big fella?
Hey, what's up, Jake? What's up, Boy Green? How are you?
What's poppin'?
Hey, little story. Jake, the other day I told you my kids had their birthdays on the 28th and 29th, right? I tried to go on earlier today, but I couldn't get through because StreamYard didn't work in Bucky's parking lot. So you know, but last night,
fair trade-off though, because you got to have Bucky's, so I'm very jealous.
That's true. That's true. It's amazing. But let me tell you the story. All right, after I had cake with my daughter and my wife yesterday, we drove. I drove from New Jersey, and I was going to Virginia, and then I'm taking Virginia to go to Tennessee. Well, last night I drove through West Virginia, and they had this lightning storm. It looked like I was driving through fucking Mordor with Sauron and stuff like that. I don't know how Murph made out. I mean, it looked like the orcs were all going to come out and shit. But anyway, after that, I got stuck for an hour in standstill traffic in the middle of Virginia. And I called my wife, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm not going to make it to the hotel, right?" She's like, "Well, why don't you put on that Jet show?" And I was like, "You know what? I didn't listen to that show. I didn't listen to the afternoon show. I sat in traffic for an hour, standstill traffic between these big ass semi trucks, and I was listening to you, and you got me through that. Freaking claustrophobic nightmare of the middle of Virginia in the dead of night. So I want to say thank you, and for everybody, like and subscribe. Make sure you get that Patreon because it's worth it. It got me through a freaking crazy time yesterday. And, you know, I just wanted to say thanks. So there you go.
Big fella, you're the man. I appreciate you, man. You know that. And I want everyone to know that when Big Fella and we met for the first time at the Manhattan meetup we did at the Bonesy Shoe Store, he gifted me this bottle of Henny. And I said, it will be opened when the New York Jets are AFC East champions this year. We will drink from this on the show when that happens.
We will. I got my moonshine waiting, buddy. So.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Right. Let's
big
go,
fella,
Jets, man.
You're the man. Hit the big fella
Thanks,
emoji in the chat if you're watching live. Shout out to the big fella. Let's get to more of your calls. Anthony is up next today. What's up, Anthony? Thanks for calling in.
What's up, Jake? Good to see you guys. Pole boy, what's up, my man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Anthony, my man?
Never had a chance to speak to you, but I listen to you often. So two quick things. Number one, boy, Bobby. I mean,
we go.
So Bobby, listening the other day, I was listening into his show, and I just wanted to give him a stupid catch. I had no reason to really give one. I didn't give him much, but I asked him to pick a number between 1 and 10, and he did. But then he was asking why, and I never had a chance to respond to him. So Bobby, if you're out there, I just did it because I wanted to throw you a few bucks because you went to. So thank you. But now to my Jets point. And I'm talking to my son earlier. We're both crazy Jet fans. Met you a few times, Jake. I'm trying to be very optimistic on this. So here's my spin as to why it was good that Aaron Rodgers got hurt on the fourth play last year. Here's why. That offensive line was horrible. I mean, Zach Wilson, listen, not a good quarterback, but he was getting killed. Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old. Had he not been hurt in the first game, he would have been getting beat up the entire year. We weren't ready last year. We weren't ready last year to go as far as I think we can go this year. And his body was preserved from having to take all those hits that he would have had under that horrific offensive line. And you know what? If you're going to get an injury, when's the best time to get one? The fourth snap of the first game. It's been a full year. He's healed. This is the crazy Jet fan now trying to spin this as positive. But Jake, you're the best. I enjoy your content. I can't believe we're just almost a week away from this happening, and I'm just so looking forward to having just an awesome year. And hopefully, my crazy optimism means something.
Anthony, great call, man. I appreciate it. Got to call more. You're a great caller. Now, I'll say this. I don't think it's a crazy take, but it's only a great take if Aaron balls out this year and they have a great season. Because I do agree, like last year's team, I think we overrated it, thinking it was a Super Bowl team. To me, they're a playoff team if Aaron plays 17 games last year. They won 7 with a traffic cone at quarterback for 17 games. But they weren't a Super Bowl team with that O-line, a lack of a number 2 receiver. So I agree with all that. But I'll say this. The Jets are one of those like cursed franchises. Like sometimes you got to have like a dramatic way to overcome the curse. in order to break through. Cleveland in basketball had to come back down 3-1. The Cubs in baseball had their curse, and they needed to come back down 3-1 in the World Series. I won't bring up the 04 Red Sox. We all know what happened there. Like, the cursed teams, like the Jets now are with this drought and everything that's going on, the Rangers in 94 with Messier, like, sometimes you need that. And, like, the championship, and they don't do DVDs anymore, but the championship Blu-ray or whatever we're on, it starts with Aaron getting hurt week 1 last year. This team is as good as we think they're about to be.
Yeah, two things here. First, it's an interesting point that technically Aaron Rodgers was Austin Powers cryogenically frozen outside of the rehab he had to do, obviously, where his body was preserved at this age. So you'd think that there is some additional tread that there normally isn't. Shout out, MFC gifted both of us a membership, one on my channel, one on yours. Shout out to Angel, who is now a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. So shout out to MFC earlier. I appreciate that. Spreading love on
Mother
both
effing
of our
Chew?
channels.
I was like, who's MFC? I didn't even see this.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry for the acronyms. Yeah.
Hold on.
Motherfucking Jew, baby.
I'll tell you. You ready for this?
Chew, mother effing chew.
There it is. All right, continue. Sorry.
And by the way, I don't know if you saw this, you're going to have to rush to Twitter. Coach Brandon Jordan, that's Haason Reddick's personal pass rush specialist. They have released another Haason Reddick video.
I'm pulling it up right now. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. How do we not get this one? Maybe one of the longest ones, 11-second video.
Wow.
With some medicine balls and running around. So more of these videos, baby. I don't know if the consistency, we've now gotten like 3 or 4 like in the last couple of days, if that's good news, bad news, or what news. But another Haason Reddick video has graced the internet. I think Dana was the one who gave us a shout out on it in the chat. So shout out to Dana.
Let me pull it up right now. Haason,
Yeah.
He's showing up next week, everyone. It's just a matter.
I think so. I just have a feeling
because
like he had gotten so much fines. The Holden just makes more sense. The fine stop. There it is. Yeah, there you go. Haason Reddick. Look at that burst off the edge. You're telling me this can't help the Jets in a Super Bowl and that kind of stuff? Like, come on, man. Look at this.
You know what this looks like to me?
What's
11 sacks.
That looks like 11 sacks to me. I reached out to his coach. His coach's name is Brandon Jordan. He's a pass rush specialist. I reached out to him to see if he's willing to do any interviews. I do not believe he is, but that's okay.
He's at Temple here. He's in the area. It's easy to get from Philly to Florham Park very easily here.
Yeah, and he has some like kid thing coming up this weekend or the beginning of next week to give out backpacks and school supplies. Cool thing here locally. So yeah, again, he's coming. He's coming, baby.
These were the videos the last couple of days.
Oh yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Reddick's coaches put out there. Let's see.
Yeah.
Here's one.
There's one of them right there for sure, I believe. Yeah.
I don't know, man. This looks like a Pro Bowl season to me.
This is also, I know, Jake, you said that if he comes next week, like on the dates that you're talking about, like maybe he may not be ready for the season. You know, the thing is that with a pass rusher, if he just has purely a third down, because obviously I would assume, I don't want to say obviously, he probably doesn't know the defensive playbook, but if you just say third down, hey, Haason, go attack Brock Purdy, you know, like you did in the NFC Championship game. Like, you can't tell me you can't get 10 or 15 pass rush snaps of just running after the guy on pure third and long situations that I'm sure Purdy and a lot of these guys are going to be in. So I think they're still really almost, I mean, he could show up. You don't want him to get hurt, right? And then have that dragging. But, you know, almost if he shows up day of or within a couple of days, you'd think that he could have a nice package there.
Man. He shows up and actually plays week 1, and he has an impact in that game. You know how loud this fan base is going to be? You know how loud T-Squared Social at my watch party is going to be if Haason Reddick is making a key play that night somehow? Oh, my God.
And maybe no Trent Williams, maybe no Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey is a calf. Good luck to the 49ers, man. Man, I think they're going to get punched in the face on Monday Night Football by the Jets.
We're punching them, baby. Nate with a super chat. To be honest, if Haason is doing that to medicine balls, give him 3 years and $90 million right now. I love it. I love it. Man. All right. Hit the like button if you're tuned to get more of your calls. Ladies and gentlemen, the offensive coordinator of the New York Jets is on the line. We say hello to Edward Ziff. Hello, Eddie.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Easy?
Hey, how you doing, Paulie?
It's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, it's weird talking to you in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's weird. Is that who is that? Is that a Vinny jersey? Who is that?
Yeah, because the last time we had a team this good, this was the guy.
Can you do me a favor and not wear that on Monday Night Football September 9th, please?
No Achilles.
Okay.
No, but I remember I was watching that game when Vinny went down, and I was at Jillian's Sports Pub. It was kind of like a Dave and Buster's kind of thing.
No, it was Dave and
downstairs.
Buster's. Jillian's became Dave and Buster's. That literally was
really?
Dave and Buster's. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Steve Asman and I, we used to go to Jillian's in Farmingdale, and it became a Dave and Buster's. It literally was.
I was at the Jillian's in Raleigh, North Carolina, on West Street. Yeah, and Bobby Houston was there, and not that day we were watching the game, but I remember I was there watching the game with a bunch of friends of mine, and we saw Vinny go down, and I was just like heartbroken. It was just the most devastating thing. It was just like, it was even worse than last year with Aaron, because we had the team. We had Bill Parcells. We had just gone 12-4 the year before. We were ready. I mean, we would have won. I mean, there was no doubt.
We should have won the year before. We should have won in '98.
Oh yeah, I don't know how we lost that Bronco. What were we up 10-0 at halftime, or something? We were up by 10 points at halftime, some shit like that.
Well, the problem is, and this is what I've talked about this before, they need to ideally get a home AFC championship game. They've never had a home AFC title game in their history. The one championship season they had, it was still the AFL, so it was the AFL title game at Shea against the Raiders. But in the since the merger, the Jets have never played a home AFC championship game. And I could tell you, being in the building last year for the opener, that is one of the greatest crowds ever for any sporting event. And I've been to Super Bowls, World Series, like the atmosphere was that good. Now imagine the Jets ever got a home title game. Fireman Ed's talked about this. He's right. The crowd wouldn't let the Jets lose that day. It'd be insane.
And even Ian O'Connor, who, by the way, turned 60 today, so he's got a few years on Asman, he said the same thing, and he's been to a million sporting events. He said it hasn't been more electric than it was that night there last year. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I got a few years on both you guys. I'm 63. I can remember the Super Bowl watching Joe Namath. My dad was a member of who's in the Masons, and they used to get tickets to go to games every year. So I've seen a couple of games at Shea. Every time we went, they lost, though. I mean, we got killed by the Steelers. We got killed by the Bengals one year, like 46-14 or some crazy shit. It was great. But I do remember seeing the Who at Shea Stadium wearing a Richard Todd jersey. So,
hey.
I mean, I think it was David Johansen, The Clash, and the Who. I think it was in '82 or something like that.
Edward, who's got it better than you, man?
Everybody.
Well, okay.
Edward, great call, my man. Appreciate you.
Oh, there was one thing I wanted to say, but I forgot. Oh, yeah. Here's the one thing.
Okay.
Next time we get an idiot that makes a statement like that in the news, like this bullshit that they just put out about Rodgers being a horrible teammate, why do we give these stories oxygen? Why do we even?
Because people love to say LOL Jets.
I know, but I mean, it's like if we keep giving oxygen to these assholes, they keep making more asshole statements. I think we should just because I saw everybody today, you, Boy Green, everybody's had a little excerpts on this moron statement. I don't even want to mention his name. We don't know his name because he's too much of a pussy to mention it.
Edward, thank you for the time.
Whoa.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
God, man.
Good Lord.
We got to start the season, man. I can't wait for the Aaron Rodgers revenge tour. God. Some membership shout outs here. Sam Aiken, gifted one. Metro Funny, gifted one. The chat's exploding, so it's hard to find exactly who got what. But then another 5 here. A 5 spot from Sam Aiken.
Jets, let's go! Yeah!
Yeah, here we go. 5 more memberships. Mexican Boy 93, Win 007, Xavier Poe, Rick Faraday. You are all channel members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think the chat is still recovering from the Steady Eddie call there. Tremendous. Sneakers the Boots with a super chat. If Gary was the GM, we'd be undefeated with the entire roster from Texas plus Brock Bowers. How will Olu be deployed this year? Sub for Smith on short week. So let's answer the second part first here.
Yeah.
I think Olu is going to have to play because at some point, Tyron Smith's not going to play every game. That's just his history. So Olu will fill in there. I also, though, could see the scenario, as Sneakers the Boots talks about, where maybe short week later in the year, rather than have Tyron Smith play on 3 days rest, they just say, you know what? You're not playing this week. We're comfortable with Olu for a week, and we're going to put him out there. And then will give Tyron Smith more time off. I could definitely see that being a possibility if Tyron Smith is dealing with any sort of like injury that they're kind of concerned about, but I think he wants to be out there. I just think it's basically, the Jets and the medical staff trying to find the best way to keep him fresh so he's healthy come playoff time.
And I think, Jake, you brought up the stat months ago that Tyron has never missed a playoff game. And now, how many playoff games has there been in Cowboys land over the last bunch of time? That's a fair question to bring up, but he's always been ready when the times matter most. The only thing I would push back against it, and sneakers to boots didn't say this, but other people have, I don't want to see Olu Fashanu in jumbo formations where he's your like third tight end. I just feel like you have a lot of bodies, a lot of sloppiness, and guys are when you're huddling, when you're standing around piles, you can get leg whipped and other things can happen. So I don't want to see silly, gimmicky stuff like that. Put in Brendan Bates, the new tight end, if he's going to be that guy. I don't want to see him there. But short weeks, it's a creative idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sneakers to Boots' first part was that if Gary was the GM, we'd be undefeated. So let's find out if this is true. We say hello to Gary. Gary, would we be undefeated with you as the Jets general manager?
Right now, it would be undefeated because we haven't played a game yet, so we wouldn't have lost.
Okay, wow.
So I think that's a evidently true statement.
You do know who's undefeated though right now as well. Then in 2024,
the New York Football Jets,
right? And actually, in the year 2024, the Jets are actually 1-0.
Oh yeah, we count the preseason too. I was just thinking of so
4-0. 4-0. The Jets have not lost in 2024.
There you go. Yeah. And I could definitely do a better job than the current administration. So we'd be 4-0 for sure. The other statement on that is when he said all players from Texas, does he mean the great state of, or does he mean like UT?
Probably the great state of, because you're obsessed with Michael Clemens, despite the fact he's been a mediocre at best football player through 2 years, just because he's from Texas.
Michael Clemens and Izzy are high quality players who should.
Izzy's from Brooklyn.
Can I finish my sentence?
No.
Okay.
They're
high quality players who should be on the roster. Just another one of my trash takes.
Hey, Gary, did you hear this? Right. So Joe Douglas at his presser, we didn't play that clip. Interesting. So they asked him about the media asked him about Haason Reddick, and the first name he mentioned is other guys we have on the team is Michael Clemens. When he said, "Hey, boy, you don't have Haason Reddick. What are you going to do?" He's like, "Well, we got Michael Clemens," and then he waited and talked about other things. He said, "Oh yeah, we got some other players like Will McDonald. This." He said Michael Clemens first, baby, number one.
I mean, Michael Clemens isn't going to fill in. He's not going to replicate his sacks, and he's not going to replicate his statistics, but he's a good player, and he'll fill in and he'll do his job till hopefully Reddick is not out that long. But it's nice to have Michael Clemens, to have a high quality player like that. And them Texas boys, they just built different, and that material not available elsewhere.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson's amazing, dude.
Big Mike.
He made a great choice going to the Ohio State instead of
now
UT.
You're just trolling me. Right?
No, what are you talking about? I think he made a great choice. Does he want to lose at Texas, or does he want to be a winner at Ohio State? I think he made the right choice.
All right. I actually had was it Anthony that called in? I think it was Anthony that made the comment about Rodgers sitting out last year.
Yes. Anthony.
I called in your radio show, Jake, and said the same thing. I said seen it in boxes like Crawford and Usyk. Aging fighters have been able to prolong their career by basically fighting once and then taking a full year off. Like, I understand that this is a bad injury, but like I think there's like a year of rest. It's proven to work for those fighters I named, and they're fighting at almost 40, and they look like they're 30. Like, this year of rest for Rodgers might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
Really
I don't think it's the craziest take because he's not a guy that needs his athleticism to be great, and it's his non-plant leg, and like it's a full year. I don't think it's the craziest thing in the world. We went through hell last year, so I'm not going to try and sell it as a good thing. It's only a good thing if it ends with a championship this year or at some point in the Rodgers tenure. Then it's like all the pain we went through, like we got the last laugh at the end of the day. It worked.
Absolutely. And the last thing I wanted to say was on Reddick. There's one guy who can end all this drama, and Joe Douglas can just give Reddick what he's worth. He can pay him his fair market value, and we can end all this, and we can have our Super Bowl defense on the field.
How do you know that, though? What if Reddick wants a couple of years on his deal, and the Jets are like, we don't want to do that?
So this is maybe it's just because I'm not like I was very tuned into the CeeDee Lamb situation in Dallas because I lived there, and everyone knew what. Like, it came down to a point for like a week, they were $1 million off. At that point, everyone was like, you're being ridiculous. Just meet in the middle. I don't really know what Reddick is looking for. Maybe you guys know better. Is he looking for fair market value, or is he looking to be the highest paid DN in football?
No, he wants reportedly the Danielle Hunter contract, which is 2 years, $48 million guaranteed, and no one was going to give him that. That's why they got him for a 3rd round pick 3 drafts from now. So the Jets are like, we don't need to pay you this. We'll give you more money for this year, incentives and all that. But Amari Cooper's underpaid. You know what he did? He showed up and got an extra $5 million in incentives. So he got that out of it. Like, that's what the Jets will do with Reddick.
And the other thing is, go ahead, Gary. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, fair market value. He's not 25, right? So he's not going to get
29.
Yeah, he's 29. So he's on the back 9 of his career. Sure. What do you guys think is fair market value for a 29-year-old who's a top 5, 6 D end in the league? What do you think is fair market value for him?
He's not a free agent though, so it doesn't
That's
matter.
What I was just about to say. So, like, screw the fair market value. Like Reddick can point to Danielle Hunter. Okay, he was a free agent. He can point to Grenard. He can point to all these other guys. That's what I continue to say and pound the table for. He's not an unrestricted free agent. He's like, well, I'm underpaid. Well, okay, suck it up and figure it out with your next team. That's not a Jets problem. While they own his contract rights, and he could say, what's your problem? I'm not going to play. Then, okay, you'll keep getting fined. So that's the part that, again, on fair market value of what he gets, that's why we're in this, Gary, to this point, that we're in this contract squabble that we're in right now. You have to find something on the in-between. And to me, that's just building in a few incentives, doing the Amari Cooper deal that Jake floated out there. I think that's really the only solution. If the Jets give him the joking 3 years, $90 million, the crazy-ass extension, that would surprise me.
So, like, the thing I would say, it's not the Jets' problem. Well, it's not. But it is. Like, it might not be your fault, but it is your problem, right? Like, you have 52 other guys who have Super Bowl aspirations. And I understand he's just one guy. I get it. He's just one guy. But he's pretty damn good, right? And you're telling the other 52 guys now that I'm more concerned about winning this pissing contest than I am winning a Super Bowl.
Now, the other 52 guys, this is not the typical holdout. The other 52 guys have never met Haason Reddick. He's never played for them. He's never sweat with them in the locker room, in the blood.
They know how good he is.
They do, but they're also focused on the guys who are there. Like, that's the mentality. They got Aaron Rodgers back. They're cooking all summer. They have a great defense with or without Reddick. Now, it's better with Reddick. No one would deny that, but that's why this is very unique. That's why I think Reddick's camp completely misplayed his hand. If he showed up and was there every day, I think then you'd get the coaches who would be going to Joe Douglas and Woody saying, pay him. Let's get this done. Like, you watch Rex on Hard Knocks in 2010, he was screaming at Tannenbaum and Woody to pay Revis. He needed them. So anyway, I do have to bring up this question here from Sluggo. A lot of people are wondering the same thing. Are those cornrows on your head, Gary, or electrical leads?
We know they're cornrows. We saw them done live yesterday.
That's right. How's Mimi doing, by the way?
She's good. She's good. She's got her husband needs a kidney transplant. He has dialysis every day. So prayers out for Mimi's husband.
Prayers out to Mimi's husband. A couple other things I want to bring to your attention. So you're a channel member, as Maniacs. Earlier today, I released episode 7 of the Best of the Jake Asman Show, edited by the great Gator McCluskey and produced by Boomtown. And I want you to know, Gary, your nanny is a big part of one of the storylines in there.
So did you ever see my nanny, Boy Green?
I have not had the pleasure.
Oh, you're gonna want to. She's great.
Okay. Wow. All right.
All right. I'll let her know. I told her she was a big hit on the show, and she said they must have really liked my takes. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what they like.
I'll tell you what, her takes are so much better than yours on every level.
Izzy and Michael Clemens are going to contribute this year. You guys wanted them cut.
Thanks for the time.
Well, chicken with pasta is worse than peanut butter with sandwich.
I can't. Anyway. I'm just gonna put this comment up on the screen.
I have not seen her. Is there any way?
I'm not gonna say anything else.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Tom Ace. That's it. More calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people want in on the conversation. Boy Green, if you got to go at any point, feel free. Because
sure,
I don't know.
I got a little bit more time before the Mets play here.
Beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
B-Mac, look at my TV. B-Mac, I love Aaron Rodgers. Jets, go Jets.
Hey guys, Paul Boy Green, Jake, good afternoon to you. I'm a little sick today, so a little bit under the weather, but I still wanted to call in and talk to you.
Let me guess. Can I predict what you want to say? You're mad that someone said something anonymously about Aaron Rodgers.
No, well, part of that, but you know what? I want to address TD Finn's talk because he's really starting to piss me off. Last night and today he was gloating about, hey, well, at least my quarterback played 18 games and your quarterback played 4 snaps. Like, was that something to gloat about?
Well, I would simply say to TD Finn's talk, karma can be a real biatch.
Dolphin fans, oh, you tripping. Brees Hall, right now, the best running and catching back outside of Christian McCaffrey in the league. The depth of the Jets O-line might be better than our whole O-line unit. Like, real talk. I'm sorry, it is what it is. I think we're going to sweep Buffalo this year. Maybe, and I sure hope so. But don't sweep Buffalo and replace it with getting swept by the Jets.
And more.
It is a fact that they're deeper than us on the O-line, deeper than us at linebacker. It is a fact that they're deeper than us on the D-line. Better cornerback unit overall. Well, let's stop lying to ourselves. The Jets have a better roster than the Miami Dolphins. That's actually a fact, man. I don't have to sit here and be a homer and just tell you, oh, we're better. They got a better roster by far.
I'm just saying, man, that's the real TD. That's the only thing I care about.
Yeah. The truth shall set you free.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we go international for this next call. Shurzy is up next. What's up, Shurzy?
Hey, guys. How are we?
Excellent, man.
Hey,
hello, Shurzy.
Yeah, you can hear me all right?
Loud and clear.
All right, good, guys. Hey, I just, I catch the show. I'm walking today, so I'm actually catching it live. But, like, this narrative around Rodgers, it's just ridiculous. Like, bullshit sells over there in the States. Is that right or what? Sorry.
A lot of bullshit does sell, yes.
What is going on? What kind of animals do we got going on over there, Sherry?
I'm just walking the dog. He's
Any
my
kangaroos?
girl,
Yeah, right.
No, maybe. There could be some around here, but I haven't seen any this morning. So
watch out for the dingoes.
No dingoes around here.
I'm just gonna go over every stereotypical Australian.
Yeah, there's a koala. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, probably a few koalas up here in the gum trees. Yeah, there could be some up there.
Okay.
But
I love the tour.
Yeah,
it's great.
No, I just can't wait till the season starts, and I'm in a bit of a tipping comp over here. Some ex US guys. There's about 100 of us. And, we've got Miami fans and all that sort of stuff. And the guy that runs it, I had a little bit of a dig with him. He said, this Jets, we should just give him the Super Bowl now, that sort of stuff. I went back to him and we've got a serious team. And he just goes, the narrative is, the Jets will be always the Jets, they don't really look at the depth that we've got in this team, This is a serious team that we've got this year. And if Aaron Rodgers can be, 50%, 60% of what Aaron Rodgers was, we've got this.
Shurzy, from your lips to God's ears, man. I hope you get to be a part of a Super Bowl championship team. You've been a fan since the 80s, I remember you said, so you certainly deserve it. Having to watch the Jets at like 3 o'clock in the morning for most of your life.
Yeah, getting up craziness, and then you got the Pats fans over here that were bandwagon jumping on board the Pats. It's crazy, but anyway.
Yeah. Shurzy, great call, man. I appreciate you. I mean, This is the year, man. All right.
My first time interacting with Shurzy. Wow.
I got my lucky boomerang right here that another Australian gave me, the great Craig down in Australia.
Wow. Okay. Look all the gifts.
Man, hit the like button. We're international. We're seeking more channel memberships, by the way. You need another 20 or so, and then the Fireman Ed Edge Mode, to quote Keith Best, will be added to the arsenal for the Asmaniacs to use. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with your calls right now. And we bring on the aforementioned Keith Best. What's up, Keith?
Oh, my God. You got me on live.
Do you not want to be on live? You always act so surprised when I go to you, Keith. You know how this works. You've been on the show.
I know how it works. I had a bad day. It came up today, and I'm just very tired. But
I'm going to post a link to your GoFundMe right now so more people can contribute to it, because I want to make sure everyone's aware that we're raising money for Keith. He's a great caller of ours, and We're going to try and help him with some of his medical expenses. So I'm going to put that link in the live chat now, and it's also in the description for the video as well.
Yeah, I'm at over $650,000 right now to stay alive. It's just crazy. But anyway, that's outside of the point. The point is that, you know, and Boy Green, I'm subscribed to your channel. I checked that out the other day. You know, I just don't do your $2.99 thing because I can't listen to you when I go in. I have to turn the phone off, you know, and I apologize.
No reason to apologize. Thanks for supporting the show. I appreciate it.
No, we try to support everything here. I got to tell you something. My friend Henry from that was in for his wife's cancer treatment, he got on the other day, and he was like, wow, this is really cool, you know? And this is what we're going through and how to get down to the other side. I was on your show this morning, but I had to sign off. I had a guy named Paul sitting next to me who's a Jersey fan from Bayonne, New Jersey, and we were talking about the old days. Richard Todd, like you brought up earlier. I mean, the Gastineau crew. We got to come up with an emoji for the linemen now.
Sack exchange. Did you see they're doing a 30 for 30 on the sack exchange?
No,
one never do.
Yeah.
You have to do the sack exchange. I mean, that's incredible because guess what? They're just going to step up to another level that they haven't admired or they haven't seen. Okay. I go back a long time with watching these teams and I just want to see win, win, win. Right. I don't know more than that. I think Joe Douglas,
Robert Saleh.
Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh have handled the press correctly. I really admire that. And, you know, Paul, I signed under your show early in the morning, but I have to go into a treatment thing and I have to turn my phone off. So I'm subscribed. I know we talked about that last week, but the vision of where we are at is uncompromised from what we have seen for many years, especially for us that grew up in this world in our single digit years. My father brought me into Shay at 9 years old, and he's like, watch the football game. And, you know, you talk about, you can talk about Richard Todd. When we were losing to the Dolphins in 80, I think we were 15-9. And we came down the field with Richard Todd having a broken rib. And that is what I want to see. I know we had the best football team in the country right now.
From your lips to God's ears, man. Let's go.
I do love that about Jets fans. You know what I mean? They care so damn much. And this has been a shit season for sure. But we will be back. Hell yeah.
That's right. That is correct. We will be back 11 days from now, baby.
Right? Yeah, the night is darkest before the dawn, Aaron Rodgers says.
Edward Ziff with a super chat on Paul's channel. I guess you need a 7-second delay when I'm on. Well, good thing this is not the radio, Edward, so you could say the P word, I guess.
That's true. I am here at the radio station. I see. I just had to turn off the delay for the Syracuse Mets game. We'll look into that on the Jake Asman budget.
Brian says, why do you never hear Rodgers' former teammates coming out against him? Because there aren't any. And that's what Ian O'Connor covered in his book. He spoke to 150 teammates, and none of them had anything bad to say.
Yeah, the only two that have were Jermichael Finley and Greg Jennings, but they also, to Ian O'Connor's point, if they had if they said 100 things that were good or bad, 93 of them were good, 7 were bad, and he said you got to just respect the fact if someone came out had a little bad, but it's been 99% good. Yeah, it just is what it is. It's the truth.
Well said. Well said. Let's keep going with your calls. Let's try and rapid fire through a bunch so we could get Boy Green on his way. Indy Jets is up next. What's up, Indy?
Boy Green and Jake. I tell you, you know, as a subscriber to both of you, and now a member to both team. I'm proud to listen to both of you.
Thank you, man.
You know,
welcome to the team.
I think that first off, Gary needs to fire, the nanny, because those corn rolls are too tight. He just there's just something. I don't know if it's pulling it clear through his toenails. Something.
To be
It's
fair,
'cause-
the nanny doesn't actually do his cornrows. He went to an outside person for that.
Well, there you go. Maybe he needs to have the nanny do it. I don't know. Because
yes.
that could be the problem. Whatever it is, it's something that's being pulled too tight. You know, we touched on it earlier. You know, he said he counted the 29 ums this morning. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, for those who missed the morning stream, Gary sat there and said Joe Douglas is a bad GM because he couldn't speak properly at this press conference. He had 29 ums in the presser.
And Boy Green, you said it perfect. He said because he did everything he could to bite his tongue to not tell the truth. That's all it was. It was not he was confused. He was doing everything he could, and I agree with you 100%, to not come up and say, look, we did our part. He just backed out. He said that without saying it. And that's all the ums were. But you know, that's Gary's take on it.
Yeah, Indy, great call, man. I mean, we spent too much time talking about Gary's takes. They're trash. We got to stop. All right. Talk about his natty, for God's sakes. Watch the best of it if you want some of that. I'll leave it at that.
Okay,
anyway, more of your calls right now. This guy will get us back on track. Hold on. Before we get back on track, we must celebrate. Dr. V-Man is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, a 5 spot of channel memberships. Hit it, Rob. All right, here we go. 5 more names. Channel members: Scuba Diver, Justin D, K. Newman, Chris Wagner, Casey Jones. You are all officially as Maniacs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is just $5 to pledge it forward. You know, I dropped the ball with that, Boy Green. I should have played this instead.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to this republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wow.
That's what I should have played. Dr.
Came in
V-Man.
a quick pacer. Was he on a 2-minute drill with only 30 seconds left of the game? A little quick on the.
We made him do the pledge because he's all Mr. Puerto Rico. And I'm like, do you like this country? Are you not an American?
Yeah,
and I'm like, if the U.S. is playing Germany in basketball in the Olympics, who are you rooting for? And he couldn't give me an answer. Took him forever to say the U.S.
Oh.
I'm like, what are we doing here, you commie? And it was out of control.
What was he hoping for? What was he hoping? Rodgers would run out with a Puerto Rican flag last year? I mean,
honestly, I kid you not. I think V-Man's dream is that happens for the home opener.
September 9th. Here we are. Yeah, Patriots game week 3. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, it's out of control. I mean, look, I'm a V-Man guy, right? I enjoyed watching a preseason football game with this guy. But
what is going on in this image? He looks quite scared. You're celebrating. He looks like he's cowering in fear. What happened here?
The Jets got a first down. He's not used to seeing it.
Yeah, okay. Natural.
There was also this moment as well. We had to honor what he brings to the table by going all sleepy pose on him.
Who's that? So we got him there. We got you. Was that Carly?
That's my director of merch store operations.
Okay. All right. Very nice.
All right. We're caught up on memberships. I teased the caller here that will get us back on track. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're a big fan of this guy as well, Boy Green. We say hello to the great Chiefs fan who 1 week from tonight, his team is in action. Hello, Chiefs
Yes, 1 week from tonight, my team is in action. But honestly, I think Reddick is going to shape up. He's going to see you guys against the Niners, and he's going to be like, man, if I don't play, I'm not going to get a ring.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if he would get – that's a good question. If he remains on the did not report list, does he still get a ring?
If he misses the whole year?
Yeah, right, and just stays on – because technically he's not on the roster.
You're technically you're not on the roster. Even
I want a ring, Boy Green. I want a ring, Chiefs fan. I don't know what it's like. You have 3 of them. I want one. I don't want one from 1969. I want one.
I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna have to tell Boy Green this. I have a friend who's a Lions fan.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He's really cool. As long as you're not facing the Lions, I'm rooting for the Jets in the Super Bowl.
Okay, there you go. And I'm looking at it. So we talk about the Chiefs now as this dynasty, but here in this radio studio, right here off camera, is Patrick Mahomes on the front cover of Sports Illustrated. Yeah, let me see if we can do it with the camera. I don't know if this is going to show this. Okay,
and the main reason why I want the Jets to win.
There you go. That's Patrick Mahomes, the Kingdom comeback 50 years. The Chiefs used to be the same team that it took 1,000 years before they won their Super Bowl. And now they've won a bunch, but it's true.
He's our angel along with Travis Kelce.
Oh, wow. Angels.
But
Sing us some Taylor Swift, Cheats fan. You got that in you?
No, I don't.
No?
I'm
Not a Swiftie?
I'm not a Swiftie, but I've been.
Come on, give us a little blank space.
Come on.
I'm good.
Shake
Say,
it off.
I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Come on.
I want to stay on point for once. I really.
Wait a second. You've been calling the show for years, and now you've decided you want to stay on point.
It's a week from football season. Things change.
Okay.
All I gotta say is that Monday night.
I'm
gonna have some wings, a pizza, and a 6-pack of My Heart lemonade, and I'm probably gonna go into work with a hangover.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna root you
dog.
guys. I'm gonna root you guys on because no one gives a damn. I'm sorry for cursing. No one gives a shit about California, and no one likes the Niners.
That's right, Cheats fan. That's right.
But I'm just happy to be back on the show, even though I've been dealing with legal issues right now with the money that was taken out of my account. Everything's back in there. With my money being leaked out of my account, my address was leaked, so I'm dealing with that right now.
Oh, geez.
So I know I said I was going to move back to New York, but my friend's like, hey, stay. I'm like,
well, you have a job at Alden Shoe Store. Bonesy hired you.
Yeah, for now, by next spring, my friend's gonna get a house. I'll just pay rent towards his house, and stay in Chicago for a while.
All right.
Because right now, it's even affecting my family, and my family's mad at me because they found
Your
out.
family's mad at you
because they found out these hackers are ridiculous. They'll find out your last name and then mess if your other family members use it.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of people with the last name Fan.
I'm not gonna give my real last name out, but
what do you mean? Your government name is not Chiefs Fan?
I wish.
Yeah, I mean you could change that. That's possible.
My whole life feels like a lie.
But I'm just happy for football, and I'm just happy for Thursday night football and Monday night football, and hopefully we get some good games on Prime this year. Last games last year were a bunch of stinkers. I mean, the Bears did something decent, but
Cheats fan. Instead, you won't sing T Swift, but will you give me a little Monday Night Football theme?
Come on. I'm running on 3.5 hours, but dun 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 dun.
Give me some energy. Come on, man. It's football one week from today. Your team is the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay out. We're gonna lay out. We're gonna lay the floor.
Yeah,
is yours.
All right. Running on 3.5 hours sleep. Worried about my bank account being hacked again. So da 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 da. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting.
All right. Well, Cheats fan, excellent job out of you. We appreciate everything you just brought to the table there. Tremendous phone call.
Wow. I was hoping for a little more.
Yeah. He was on 3 hours sleep. He got hacked. Yeah. I would recommend, I think I have an idea what happened. There's a website called YouTube, which many of you are on right now.
Yeah.
And then there's also another website that has tube in it, but there's a color that goes first. And I think he maybe is spending too much time on that versus the U. And that might be the problem here. Just a theory. No one told me that. I'm just
Detective Asman on the case.
Yeah. All right. Yep. And let's just say the color might be the color of my hair. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to Purple Belt Mike, who's next. Mike, what do you got for us?
Yo, I still need a membership, man. Someone's got to gift it.
Let me say it. If you're the listener out there who gifts PBM his channel membership, you get an item in the Jake Asman merch store. All right, continue.
I'm repping. Tomorrow, I'm sending your stuff out tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You're a good American.
As far as this agent goes, I think it's either Haason Reddick's agent or it's just another asshole trying to just stir the pot.
Could be both.
There's no reason for it other than you want to stir the pot. Because we all know it's not true. Exactly.
I'm stirring, PBM. I'm stirring.
All right, brother. Let's go, Jets, baby!
I love Mike's calls because usually it's like a quick point, and then he just wants to yell about the Jets at the end. And I love it. The vibes are high.
Yeah.
Indy Jets has just gifted a membership. It went to Mr. Jet Keys. Shout out to Indy Jets. Whoa! You seeing this? Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm seeing.
We have a doctor in the house. His name is Dr. V-Man.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to this republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, here we go, baby. You're a channel member. Jonathan McNamara, Victor Gomez, Jordan Bragg, Captain Jet Sparrow, Marglit Lenkry, Michael Kufeld, Zach, Elliot Lowett, Zatney S. You are all channel members. Wow, I am shocked. Purple Belt Mike still can't sniff a membership. That's crazy.
Sorry, pal.
That is crazy. Anyway, more of your calls right now. To bring on our next caller, we have to simply now play this.
Let's go! Yeah!
Oh my God, I scared myself.
And look at the video too. He had it up, and then he's doing the JTS chant. Then you guys realize, whoa, wait, a Jets chant? Oh, the video, and then everyone gets into it. It's great.
It took him a couple of minutes to realize, right?
Yeah, it took a second. There was some delay there. There was
a little delay, a little 7-second delay there.
The old Edward Ziff, as they call it in the business.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. I wanted to call and start off by saying, Bobby, happy birthday, buddy. Woo! My boy, Bobby. Bobby Midnight. So I wanted to say that. Getting ready to head out to Jake's favorite place, Applebee's.
Oh,
nice.
That's Bobby's favorite place, actually.
Well, this girl, she likes to go to Applebee's for whatever reason. So I was
This
like,
is the
all
second.
right.
Wait. So this is the second time you've taken this this girl to Applebee's on the date?
Not that girl that you're talking about that time that I met with Neil. Is that the girl you're referring to?
I just remember you took a girl to Applebee's on a date.
Yes. Same girl. Correct.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. She likes that place.
Are you guys splitting apps? Are we doing a little, you know,
I don't know. We
app
got to see.
sampler?
You know what? If she samples me, I might pay for her.
Whoa!
Congrats on the sex.
Sample. Oh my. Yeah.
What do you think, boy?
I think yes. I think arrow up, baby.
I
want to
you'd
see
agree, buddy.
the baseball game. How many bases we hitting?
I don't know. We got to see, buddy. Got to see. I'll let you know.
Yeah,
but
congrats on the sex.
Yeah, I figured because I originally told her to come down to a place called the Cove. I showed you that place, Jake. The place with the boats and the yachts and stuff. That really nice place. I don't know. She balked on that. And she goes, "No, how about a movie in Applebee's?" I was like, "Okay." She's a cheap date. Why not?
Well, Applebee's. All right. Well, Rob, I'll tell you what. I'm going to play something for you that's going to inspire you. Good luck tonight.
So we're going to get into all of it here. Again, my name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. We come 2 hours after every final whistle here for the post-game show. And I'm going to be honest. The only good thing that happened to me late tonight, early this morning, was making sweet, passionate love to my fiance, which I did after the article was written and that kind of stuff. That's the only good thing that happened. Not great. Terrible. Channel it, Rob. Channel it.
By the way, Rob, I see a couple people in the comments notice this. If you take her to B's after 10, I think they're still doing half-price apps at most places.
Hey there.
Maybe
Good
do the
value.
movie first and the little post-game at Club B's. Just saying.
There you go.
You're really trying to save money. Anyway, Darth Crypto gifted a membership. I don't know who got it. I'm trying to scroll up and quickly see. It went to James Harrison. James, you're a channel member now. Darth Crypto with a 10-month Asmaniac Super Chat. If the Jets make the AFC title game, Gary should be required to come on and apologize to three-leg Joey D. He probably wouldn't, but I agree. I think that's fair. Big Fella earlier says the V-Man pledge is so painful it literally hurts. It does. I agree. Not wrong. All right. We got time for, let's see, we got 3 callers left, Boy Green. So if you could stick around for that, feel free.
Yeah.
If not, I know you're working on the side here. You tell me.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what we can do.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthias is up next. What's up, Matthias?
Hey, what's going on, Jake? How are you? What's going on, Paul?
Matthias.
Hey, what's up, Double M?
So, I mean, just based on this report about just this absolute turmoil the Jets are having, this absolute chaos that's going on in this locker room, The Jets are always going to have haters. We're like one of the teams that people just cannot stand. I don't understand it. Maybe there's like a fetish like that's been going on since like the late early 90s, like since the Jets made that guaranteed Super Bowl win in 1968 to win. And I just feel like we just got to ignore it. Ignore the noise. Don't listen to it. Don't buy into it. It's just a bunch of nonsense. This team is very close. This has a great chemistry within this locker room. And I'm confident that, week one, come against the 49ers, that we're going to shock the world. All right. I'm not going to predict anything. I'm not going to say anything, but just don't sleep on this team. Actually, you know what?
Don't be man on this team. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I want people to V-man on this team because every single time they play the Jets, it's going to be a wake-up call. The alarms are going to go off. Do you hear that, V-man? It's time. Wake up. It's time to watch every single Jets game. No more sleep. I'm sick and tired of it. Next thing, I was really disappointed that, I was kind of actually not disappointed. I was shocked that Jason Brownlee was released from not even like made the team. But you know what? It's fine. I'll accept it.
Let me see if he cleared waivers. It should have come through by now. So let me do a quick search to see.
Hopefully they can get him on the practice squad.
Yeah. But I'm also excited that, despite I don't know what's going on with in terms of Haason Reddick's agent. I don't think whoever's giving this advice, whoever's giving him this thoughts, you know what, just sit out. The Jets will come. The Jets will cave in. The Jets are going to give you the money that you deserve. It's nonsense. I think what he needs to do, he needs to show up. You got to earn your paychecks, and let's see what you can do. Please, we need to see the production that you're going to create for this team, and then the money will come. Relax. I don't know whoever his agent is, he needs to be fired. I'm sorry. I don't think it's good advice at all because I really think he's against the odds because he misses that first game, Jake. It's going to be a lot of money, like you've been saying. It's going to be a lot of money.
That's why I think he shows up. Matthias, great call, man. I appreciate you holding. That's why I think he shows up next week. And maybe he doesn't play week one, but he gets his game check.
And that's progress. Again, him being in the building, to what Joe Douglas said, I think all the wheels are in motion.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement I need to make. Carly wrote in, I love sleeping with V-Man, and this violates our freaky code.
I like good-looking chicks in that family. Wow.
Bobby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Things are about to get crazy here on the Jake Asman Show.
Calm your freaky down.
Sometimes we try, but that freaky just take us over.
Give him some of your loving voice.
Oh, yeah, hide them kids.
Again, calm your damn freaky down.
Too sexy.
you gotta chill, man. Folks, this is a family program, all right? Family show. So our next caller is King Lowski. Hello, King.
Jake, my brother. Paul Boy Green, my brother. Paul Boy Green, my brother. Let me tell you something. I should have known the damn freaky was going to be out of control with Paul Boy Green on the damn show. I should have known. I should have known the freaky would have been out of control. Chiefs fan freaky out of control. Okay? Carly freaky been out of control. From Tom Ace to V-Man. It's ridiculous, okay? Calm your damn freaky down. Please, people. Please. All right? Now, I'm frustrated. I'm pissed off because we got another non-freaking story coming from an irrelevant non-freaking source. Okay? Another doggone story about Aaron Rodgers just because of his doggone political. Let's be honest, people. It's because of his political views. Okay? They want to create a whole nother non-story because of the man's political view. I'm sick of it. Now we about to get in between these white lines. Now what y'all gonna say when we go out to San Francisco and put foot in their ass? Then what y'all gonna say then? Huh? Oh, Aaron Rodgers Rodgers, he did okay. Oh, he's a bad man. We don't want to hear nothing from Stephen A. Fraud Smith. Okay? You are still a fan, bum. All right? I don't want to hear nothing from no fraud Cowboy fans up there at ESPN. I don't want to hear nothing from these fraud analysts out here at Fox News. I don't want to hear none of that. Because at the end of the day, when the man go out there and put foots in y'all ass, y'all ain't gonna have nothing to say there. Okay? Now, let's talk about it. The division really getting weaker and weaker by the day. Okay? Miami putting people on put lists day by day. Buffalo over there scrapping for players. Got Mike White thinking he about to get in the game. Okay? Let's talk about it. We ain't even got to mention the punk pussy Patriots. Okay? We ain't even got to mention them. Because we already know where they get the doggone basement. So let's talk about it. At the end of the day, baby, we're going to run this division and we're going to run this conference. Y'all be on notice and y'all be prepared. JTS! Just.
Ladies and gentlemen, our king has spoken.
Wow. Passion.
You're used to passion in a different kind of way, but that was some angry passion.
That was quite. Yeah.
Yep.
There's intention.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have time for one final caller. He called in earlier, and he has returned. Mr. Anomalous? Hello?
What's that? Mr. Anomalous.
Oh, Mr. Anomalous. Hello.
What's up, Jake? How you doing?
I'm good, Mr. Anomalous.
Booger was wondering why V-Man looks scared.
That makes me feel better. Now I know.
I figured I'd let him see the real story.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I want to say, I'm not worried about Reddick. I'm not worried about anything. All I'm worried about is winning week 1, and we're going to have so much fun. We're going to tear down New York City. We're going to be running around after we win. We're going to be running around. We're going to be kissing babies, tickling midgets, and hugging fat chicks. It's going to be a blast, man. It's going to be wonderful.
Well, what order, just to clarify?
Any order you want, Jake. It's a free-for-all.
Any order I want. All right. What are my options again?
Kissing babies, tickling midgets, and hugging fat chicks.
All right, Weed, I appreciate the time, but I'll think this over.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
This has been a tough show today, man.
They always are, Jake. It's again, this is our.
You bring out the Asmaniac crazy boy, Grid. I get the show does go off the rails other days of the week, but there's a higher off the rail tendency when you come on once a week.
I take a lot of pride in that, Jake. And this is the first time that we've ever done a regular show like this together, and it's off to a roaring start, and the season hasn't started yet. This is incredible.
This is insane. Before we get out of here, I want to shout out Dr. V-Man, who says, the king got me so hyped, I had to gift another membership, to which he did, and that membership went to Jet41. Dr. V-Man, you are awesome. Mother effing Chew had a super chat earlier. He says, I wish Chinballs would call on again. I think Chinballs is no longer with us. For those who caught yesterday's show, that's all I'm going to say about that one. Anyway, final thoughts, Boy Green. Where can people find you if they're not already subscribed to all your content out there?
Yeah, it's youtube.com/boygreen25. So, guys, like the video, hit subscribe. I'm getting closer and closer to 7,000 subs, so it's great. The arrow's been pointing up. And, again, there's a show live every single friggin' day, baby, at 7:30 in the morning. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I get them ready for the Jake Asman Show.
I wake up every morning, and I put Boy Green on, and that's how my day starts.
Love it. That's the only way people days should start, baby.
Nothing like it. He's Boy Green. My name is Jake Asman. We're back tomorrow. We'll have a stream in the morning. We'll have a stream in the afternoon. It's Labor Day weekend. Jet football tomorrow will be just 10 days away. Do you believe it? He's Boy Green. My name is Jake Asman. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks to all the channel members. Please like the video on your way out of here. It helps us both. Subscribe to my channel and Boy Green's channel on the right-hand side if you haven't done so already. I end tonight's show by saying if you're a channel member, go watch the Best of the Jake Asman Show, episode number 7. And I got news for you. Purple Belt Mike at the buzzer really wanted to see this best of because he just did it the old-fashioned way. He just signed up and became a channel member. So shout out to you, Purple Belt Mike, for doing exactly that. Now, I'm going to play a clip from the most recent best of, episode 7. And if you want to watch the whole thing, become a channel member, or if you are a channel member, enjoy. Paul, you have a great night. Chat, thank you for watching. Everyone after the fact, we love you. Go Jets, baby. Talk to you guys tomorrow. We continue with your calls right now. Bobby Midnight joins us. Hello, Bobby.
Hi, guys. I don't think you can see me very good, can you?
Are you lying down, Bobby? What's happening here?
Yeah, putting my foot up against the wall, remember? Can you see me?
Oh, we see you.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. Okay, I didn't know. Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, I'm trying my best, Stop laughing, Jake. Okay, take me off full screen, thank you.
We can't see you if I don't go full screen. You're too far away. Like, you look how you normally look on the show from a size perspective, but unfortunately, I need to zoom in, otherwise we can't see you. I think that lampshade needs to be straightened a little bit.
Okay, I will after the thing, okay? God, geez,
Well, hold on, Bobby. I have a new intro for you. Are you ready?
I'm not gonna be happy. Well, I need to walk more to survive unless Jake is going live. Gotta elevate my leg on Bobby. All right, that's not too bad. Okay, I thought it was gonna be even worse.
Hector wants to know, are you posing for a... Bobby, repeat after me. Paint me like one of your French girls. Bobby, can you please fix the lampshade?
I can't reach it. I got so long. Jake, will you stop?
Tom says the lampshade is driving him nuts, though. Jay Quest wants to know, is that your belly button or something else?
Probably my belly button.
Jake, you always have a way to join the show 55 minutes in after we had all the Jets talk. A Gator wants to know, can Bobby bring the lampshade to the game?
I'm already bringing the chair. I'm not bringing the lampshade to the game.
Do you imagine joining the show and you just see a guy laying on his couch with a crooked lampshade?
I fixed my thing.
You fixed the lamp?
Yep.
Did you, though?
Yes, it's already fixed. I straightened it out. Okay, now it's fixed, right, guys?
Jake says it's mostly crooked the other way now.
Oh, my God.
Tom says Jake did not get his money's worth. It has to be totally fixed.
I'm going to embarrass you on my show. Are you happy now?
It looks good.
Is it fixed now?
Well, it's... Oh, my goodness.
What? Brandon, is it fixed or what? 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 What?
You don't see it?
What?
My screen.
What? It's crooked again?
No, well, yeah. You have two lamps now, Bobby?
All right, that's me. That's me. Okay, I see now.
I think you have two lamps.
I got one lamp.
My screen is saying there's two now.
That's Gator. Gator put that up. Gator, stop it.
It's just another one of those silly fucking Gator moments.
Which one is real?
Okay, that's the best it goes. It's the old lamp. That's it.
Right there. Stop it.
It's done. It's done. Okay, get the other stuff off my screen, please. Is that better now?
Looks great, Bobby. Nicely done.
Okay, yeah, about time, Jake. Brandon, I'm sorry for this interruption, okay?
It's okay.
Your show is one of one. That I had to hide myself from laughing behind the scenes because it was so damn funny. But
I had to mute my mic several times today for laughing so hard. Joseph Michelangelo just sent me an email of what the Bobby lamp emoji could look like. There it is. So absurd, you have to laugh.